Good morning, Sin City, and welcome to another episode of the Las Vegas Social Media Show, the show about small businesses, brands, and people using social media in Las Vegas. Today I'm very excited because we have two very, very special guests, Dr. Sean and Dr. Susie Sue of Sexy Vegas. Dr. Sean, Dr. Susie, welcome to the show.
Hi there. How are you doing, Sam?
Thank you, Sam. Good
Very
morning.
nice. Very excited to have you guys. Can you guys tell us a little bit about both of your individual practices?
Yeah, I'm Dr. Sean Sue. I go by Dr. Sue 702. I'm a cosmetic surgeon. I basically, provide skin rejuvenation to, got guest clients, from Vegas and out of state and actually international too. So I have people coming from all over the world kind of to do certain treatments and just, looking young and sexy.
Well, how long have you been doing it for?
Been in town practicing for about 17 years.
Wow, so you've been in Vegas for a little bit.
Yeah. Originally came from Orange County.
Okay.
Irvine. I went to UC Irvine when I met Dr. Susie Sue, my wife. She's kind of my college sweetheart.
Oh, okay. That's an
Yeah.
awesome story. Okay.
Yeah.
What about you, Dr. Susie?
My practice is cosmetic and general dentistry, and it's a very special practice because it's a very small practice. I call it boutique dental care.
Oh.
And we know every patient by their name. We know their psychological profile, their sexual history, and what makes them happy. So it's a very unique practice. It's not one of those big clinic when you come in and out and, who are you? It's
So
not
you've
that kind
had
of
probably
practice.
some of the same clients for years, I'm
Exactly,
guessing.
yes.
Okay, so very personal feel. What inspired you both to become doctors? So you met in med school? That's where you guys met?
College.
Undergraduate.
Yeah, at Irvine.
Okay, what inspired you guys to become doctors?
Well, first we were sort of pushed into medicine and dentistry because we were immigrants. We weren't born here.
Right.
But what inspired me was the fact that the ability to help someone and to heal someone because it's very unique. And I've noticed through the years that if I can change a person's smile, I actually change their life.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I have a patient who was overweight, and because they got a better smile, they lost 50 pounds. And sometime,
Wow.
because of losing weight, they left their wife, who was being, verbally abusive. So it's a life-changing thing, and I'm all about helping people become better people.
Wow.
Wow,
So you
that's
go to
amazing.
dentist and get a new husband?
Exactly.
Is that how it works?
So by starting with something as simple as a
Simple.
smile, you may not that's crazy because you may not think about that, but that led them to keep doing more positive,
Exactly.
wanting to change, lose weight. That's awesome.
And
That's why I
also-
don't like going to the dentist myself personally. Even though I'm married
You might
to
get
one.
a new wife
I know. If I go, right?
or a new girlfriend. It's all good.
No, it's very funny, but I
Now,
hate
does
the
she do
dentist.
your teeth? Do you go to her for?
Yeah, I don't want to pay for a needle service, so I have to
Right.
go to her.
And I'm excited to come visit your guys' location because you guys are right next to each other.
Yes.
Right? Can you explain
Yeah.
kind of the layout, how it works, or how you guys have
Yeah,
it
we're
set
in,
up?
the, we're in the same office
Right.
building. We share the space, so her half is dental and my half is medical. And, we just have a common reception area, and, everyone kind of eventually goes to both of us when they come through the door.
Okay. And
Yeah.
and we're in Las Vegas. It's a very similar to LA, very image-driven city. So do you definitely find that being an advantage for both of your respective practices?
Yes. A lot of time patient comes in, they're very scruffy. The female patient, they're overweight, they don't put any makeup on, and they look at me and they go, wow, how long did it take you to put on your makeup? I go, 15 minutes. So, you have to create an image that is called self-love.
Right.
You have to like what you see in the mirror, and that motivate you every morning to go to work and to do the best you can and for your family and for yourself. So, yes, the image thing is good, and I always tell my patient to do everything in moderations. So I would talk people out of getting veneers because I know that is a maintenance thing.
Right.
And a lot of people think, they just won the slot machine $10,000. I'm going to get 7 years, but they don't realize that it's not that one time $10,000.
Maintenance goes with that. And if something goes wrong, they're going to have to pay even
Yes.
more money than you would with
Exactly.
regular teeth. Right.
Exactly. So the image is driven is good, but in our practice, we also talk about being realistic and not to overcorrect everything and not to expect too much and just to be
So
disappointed.
you're really looking out for the best of the client. I
Exactly.
really like that. Whereas someone else may be trying just to get the highest sale or the highest buck. So you're really looking out for
I
them.
sleep very well at night. No sleeping pill, no Benadryl, no NyQuil, at least 6 to 10 hours a day.
Awesome.
So I think that's a blessing.
And Dr. Sean, I love your I Love Botox. I love that. One of your events. How did that come about? Quick history of that.
Basically it came from Susie, and she kind of got me into the cosmetic field. And, for us, she says, I don't want to pay for Botox. You go learn how to do it and do it for free for me. So we take advantage of our services. I go to her, for free dental care. And, even though I don't like being in the chair, it kind of, freaks me out. She loves to be in my chair and get the Botox.
Right.
So it kind of came from her, and we used to have Massage Envies in California that have a massage membership program. And we said, that's a great idea. Bring that to the masses. So we have a I Love Botox program, where they pay $69 a month and they get their Botox. So that's worked really, really well, and it kind of makes it affordable for everyone to look young and youthful. Because I'm a skin doctor, I kind of take care of the skin and recommend drugs, medications, and treatments to kind of keep your skin youthful, young, vital, healthy. Heart doctor does the same thing, recommends, aspirin, other drugs, medications to keep their heart young, strong and vital. So we kind of do the same thing. It's just we have different armamentarium that we can do that with. So for me, Botox is a wonderful drug.
Yeah, very nice.
And it's very, very safe.
Very safe. So for the
Yes.
people watching, listening, it is okay to get Botox.
Oh, yes. It's safer than taking Tylenol because it's localized to the muscle and not pass through your system. So it doesn't affect your kidney.
That's good to know.
Exactly,
Yeah.
your liver.
It actually is being used widespread now for other things. Back pain, they're studying that for that.
Wow.
Migraine headaches, it works very well. I have a lot of clients that, I treat for migraine headaches. They're using it as well for excessive sweating, underarm sweating, perspiration. I have poker players professionally that come see me. People that actually speak nationally too. Sometimes they perspire a lot, and so they're sweating. So it kind of, takes care of that scalp sweating. So it's being used a lot more and studied.
Wow, for different reasons I didn't even realize people may
Exactly.
use that for.
There's another huge study that's, they're trying to get approval, FDA, is for Botox for depression.
Wow.
They've noted people that, have taken Botox felt better about themselves and their depression lessened. They stopped taking their Prozac. So they want to actually get an FDA indication for depression. And that would be huge if, they get that study through and get all the data. And, insurance will cover it now. Hey,
Wow.
that's going to be a great thing.
No, that's awesome. And real quick before we jump into Sexy Vegas here, which I want to move on to, where can contact for both your practices? How can people get a hold of you guys?
SexyVegasSkin.com is for my practice, Dr. Sue 702. Follow me on Twitter, Facebook as well, Sexy Vegas Skin. You'll see all that come up. So we're looking forward to everyone to
And you need
check
to
us
make
out.
an appointment. It's 702-240-4242.
Perfect.
We have a Sexy Vegas app as well. You can download free for Android and iPhone. Download our Sexy Vegas app and get all our events and promotions and everything.
Awesome. And now on to Sexy Vegas, the brand. That's how I first met you guys. Actually at a gig DJ Rhino was spinning at.
Yeah.
DJ Rhino in the studio here today.
That's right.
How did you guys, obviously it came from your practices, but what gave you guys the idea to start branding this and taking it out to events using social media and doing what you're doing now with it? If you could tell us a little bit about the people, what you're doing.
my wife, she's the mastermind behind this.
Everything starts with her.
It starts with her, I'm telling you, this is the genius right here. She's the star. I'm just the lights. So I call
I come
myself
up with the idea.
The
he
mastermind.
Goes, yeah, and
Right.
he go and execute.
And he
right.
executes. Okay, I
She's
like
the
it.
sexy. I'm the Vegas. If you want to say that. So we're the sexy Vegas, but I don't know, vice versa.
Well, I thought of the idea is because it's funny because I'm very short and I'm not that sexy. But I go, you know what? Heck, I feel sexy, so I'm gonna brand myself as Sexy Vegas. And you can get away putting sexy on anything in Vegas.
Exactly, you can.
So I have a cupcake. I go, that's a sexy cupcake. Oh yeah, okay. I can sell that for $10 versus $5.
So it's like
right.
an attitude.
It's
almost.
an attitude, yes. And it's the fact that you wake up in the morning and you're like, yes, I'm the best I can be today, and it makes me feel sexy. So you don't have to be a size 0 or a size 2. You can be a size 6, 8. As long as you're comfortable in your own skin,
Right.
it makes
Absolutely.
it sexy. So it's all related to the skin.
Yeah.
Being
Okay.
comfortable in your own skin.
Right.
And you know a lot of skin is sexy, right?
Right. Yeah.
That's right.
Just a
All
little bit.
skin is sexy, or even a little bit of skin is
Yeah.
sexy.
Even a little bit of skin. And
Right.
I think that's so cool at your guys' events. You know, you're not like pushing your guys' product or service in their face, but you're making the event a positive place no matter if they're interested or not. Everyone's going to enjoy it. But if they are interested, I love how you guys have branded yourself, you know, with the I Love Botox and doing the fun, creative things, the cake pops.
Yes.
Yeah.
The cake pops were awesome.
Yes.
They were very, very cool. That was our Alice in Winterland
Yeah.
event. So that was a fun thing. They had the little Harry Potter.
Yeah, and we had a great
hats and-
event with charity at Bagatelle.
That was a
And
fun
that was
one.
a fun event.
That was a fun one. How many have you guys done?
Oh, we usually do one a month, so a lot.
Yeah.
So, and we just gotta keep going and bringing out different venues, to help those people and the sponsors. And the main thing is really just to make it fun. Come and have fun and be comfortable with who you are and feeling sexy. I tell all my patients, you're sexy, you just don't know it. So my job is to show it to you and bring it out because, your skin is in and you're sexy when you were born. So that's what we try to do.
I love it. I
And your
love it.
skin is one of the biggest organ in your body,
Yeah.
and it protects you. So you have to be
Take care of
comfortable, take care of it. A lot of people don't take care of their skins. I'm not talking about just cosmetically, just in general, hygiene and things like that. So it's very important. It's a whole big concept of the skin thing.
No, I love it, and especially a place like Vegas or LA where people claim the stereotypes of maybe what you guys do in your practice, but you guys are bringing a real genuine, original, positive thing, helping people out, and I think that's really cool what you guys are doing.
Right.
And we are a social media show. We'll talk a little bit about social media.
Yeah.
You guys, and that's one thing I'll say about your social media, very positive and active on social media. So how are you guys using social media to help the Sexy Vegas brand? What are some things you guys do with either Facebook, Twitter, pictures to promote and get you guys out there?
We use social media to connect with people. And a lot of time, I know it's easier if you have a pleasant face to make that connection. I know it sounds superficial,
Right.
but people like to look at pretty pictures and like babies. If you were to give a baby to a attractive person, the baby doesn't cry. You give a baby to an unattractive person, most likely the baby will cry. So I use social media and my face, and even though I'm not the sexiest body in the world, and my intelligence to connect with people and to share my thoughts and my point of view. And if I make a difference in one person's life by saying, hey, it's okay to be happy. It's okay if you want to talk to me, unless you're, harassing me, that's different. I feel like I make connection with people and I'll just share my thoughts and ideas. And I think that's is a cheap way and is a great way to reach the masses.
Absolutely. How about you, Dr. Sean?
The same. It's to connect with people, and these days now it's a whole different ball game than when we grew up. There's no cell phones, or they're basically a corded phone that we tied the line to, and there's no internet access. And now everything is very easily accessible to everyone, and it's just the world is changing with technology and advances. So that's one way to connect, network, build relationships, and even provide therapy. It provides a lot of therapy for people to talk to someone else, whether or not verbally. It's all about texting now and putting images out there. So that's just, adapting, with Darwinism. The people, it's not the strongest who survive. It's the ones that can change and adapt that survive.
That's very
So-
interesting. That's interesting how you bring up it's helping people maybe therapeutically to be able to, they may not be the best social person face to face, but
Right.
social media has given them an option where I can communicate with people,
Exactly.
make friends, and maybe build from there, then meet people in person.
Right.
That's very interesting.
And it connects the world, not
Right.
just, your little town, Vegas, but, you can connect from, I have friends from all over the world, everywhere, connecting. And, sometimes you have to screen them out when you get huge, but it allows you to connect to someone, on the other side of the world very immediately and instantly, which is amazing what, social media has done for everybody and everyone's business. So if they're not using social media, they're kind of one of those, strong but not going to survive, right?
Very
I
interesting.
think a lot of people that don't use social media are actually very insecure about themselves.
You think so?
Yes. A lot of time with social media, you have to let people into your little world. You don't have to let them into every part of your world, but wherever you're comfortable letting them in. I get a lot of scrutiny from my sisters who are dentists in California. They go, you're hurting your brand, you're hurting your businesses, but they don't understand I'm not hurting my businesses, I don't post any pictures that I wouldn't show a friend or a stranger.
Right, absolutely.
Yeah, so there's a fine line between overexposure and and using it for my own advantage. So I think that is good for me because of my personality and what I want to give to the world and what I want the world to see of me.
Yeah, and one thing I'll say about, but you're both authentic. You're original, and it's positive messages going out, and so I think you've done a brilliant job branding. We have a couple more minutes here. We'll get to your guys' contact at the end, but just overall being in Vegas, what do you guys like most about Vegas? Because you guys are all over, different events.
I like
been
the
here.
people.
The people, okay.
I like the energy. I like the fact that there's a variety of people in Vegas. There's the good, the bad, the ugly. And of course, we pick all the sexy people to hang out with. But I'm just joking. But I like the people.
Well, what about the sexy bad people? You hang out with some of them once in a while?
And I take it with the good and the bad, but I've learned that I like the people, but I've learned to shield myself from being hurt. So I take it as a grain of salt. And I love the people. I love the energy and the arts.
Yeah, Vegas was made for us. We kind of, came from Orange County, LA, and Southern California. Grew up there. I came out here for residency and decided that we loved it and decided to make a family here. So, our seeds are kind of spread, and our kids are growing up in Vegas, and so we kind of love, this town. That there's definitely good and bad in it, and you just have to be able to adapt and just roll with everything. So.
Okay. Awesome. Well, thank you so much for being. It's truly a pleasure. I'm so glad I've met you guys. Look forward to the future of Sexy Vegas events. One last time, contact information or Facebook, tweets, anything.
Follow me on Twitter at Dr. Sue702, Dr. Susie Sue at Twitter as well, and then sexyvegasskin.com, sexyvegassmiles.com.
Awesome. Dr. Sean, Dr. Susie, thank you so much. This is the Las Vegas Social Media Show. Thank you. On the next episode of the Las Vegas Social Media Show, it is our honor and pleasure to welcome Luis Oliveira from Samba Latte Coffee.
I have some people that come to me there. I'm a social media guru. I can do this, I can do that. And I said, yeah, you can do, but you don't have the passion that I have for my product.